Hi folks, in this hopefully fairly short video I want to take the time to show you how our online orientation for students works. I've got my friend Megan Gay along with us. She is the program coordinator from nursing, who was instrumental in putting the nursing online orientation together. And what I'm proposing is that we take a snapshot of their orientation and take out all the nursing related information and make it sort of generic, so that any program that's putting together an online program has something to at least start with, a template, if you will. So without any further ado, I would like to have Megan sort of explain how it works and how it came to be what it is. Megan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We decided to develop the online orientation because we found that students were being accepted to SUNY Plattsburgh and coming into the program, registering for courses, and starting day one fresh, having to log into Moodle, and it was really their first time ever experiencing the online classroom. And we found that it took at least a half a semester for these students to feel comfortable navigating through Moodle and all of the other required websites for them to be successful as an online learner. And so as a department, we decided that we would, actually not as a department, John and I decided that we would develop an online orientation for our nursing students, but truly for all of the online students at SUNY Plattsburgh, to help them become comfortable with the online format and all of the programs and resources available to them as an online student. And we felt that this would be really beneficial for them to have done and gotten out of the way before they even start their first class. So as they come in as an online learner, they are not on foreign ground. They are comfortable and they can focus on what they're really here for.
So, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the way we've got the page laid out. As you can see at the top here, this is a nursing-oriented image. We can replace that with image from any discipline. So keep that in mind, that your picture goes here. And then from there we have a welcome message that I believe your chair put together, right?
Yes.
Yep, Noreen Hauk. And you'll notice as we go through this, there's a lot of video included, and we've done that on purpose because we feel that students do better if they can do a little bit of reading, a little listening, a little reading back and forth. And the way we've structured these things is that for students who'd rather read it, they also have the option of reading a transcript instead.
I feel like one of the reasons that we did this also is so that way nursing students who are distance learners, and typically these students do not feel connected to the campus that they're associated with, and by providing them with the videos and the messages from the people who they will be learning from, they get more of a connection to the campus, so they feel more like they are a SUNY student.
I like your answer better.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So very quickly, we'll just...
I liked yours too, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think they went... Yeah, because it was two things. It's true. We needed to give them both.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I liked yours too.
So we're going to bypass the chair's message and go straight to the real force behind the nursing program, and that's their department secretary. So you'll see when you click on that, it goes to a separate page, and as I mentioned, her transcript is underneath what she actually says. I also chose hers because it's extremely short.
Hi, my name is Teresa Wenig. I'm the secretary for the Department of Nursing at SUNY Plattsburgh. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I'm really the person that keeps the department and the nursing program organized and running. My tip to you is don't be afraid to contact us for help. We're all here to help and guide you from your start in our nursing program right through to graduation. You can email or call with any questions you may have. If I don't know the answer, I will know who can answer it for you. Thank you and welcome to our nursing family.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she did a good job. Yeah. So as you can see, it was short and sweet, and it was easy to produce too, which is something that you will need to know. We have a small studio here called the One Button Studio, and we are videotaping you in front of a green screen. And all you need to do is send me a picture that you can take with your smartphone of the area behind your desk. And I drop that in place of the green, and it looks like you're sitting at your desk talking to people. So it's pretty simple. Also, we're breaking the rule here, but normally we recommend that you work off a script. And by doing that, not only do you not come across as a bumbling idiot like I usually do, and probably am now. She's nodding. But you also end up with that transcript that you need. You don't have to transcribe from the audio. You just cut and paste and you're done. Okay, so moving on. We're going to look at Module 1, and go ahead, explain the purpose of.
So we went with the Foundation for Online Learning as the first module because we felt that it was important to introduce all of the things that would help them outside of the Moodle classroom to be a successful online learner. So how to log into your My Plattsburgh page, how to log into DegreeWorks, and how to utilize DegreeWorks. I find that as I deal with online learners, very frequently they have not become familiar with DegreeWorks, which is an amazing program for them to get comfortable using. It allows them to really take control of their time here with us at SUNY Plattsburgh. It also shows them how to get comfortable with Banner, how to register for classes, how to do a course search. Also very important for them as distance learner to become comfortable with. And then John produced this amazing video on Netiquette that was drafted in the nursing department and given to him, and he pulled it together nicely because we do find that students really lack the ability to communicate appropriately online, whether it's via email or Big Blue Button, and this just kind of pulls in some reminders for them and some tips on how to communicate appropriately online.
Yeah, the other thing that we've added to this section that we really recommend that all our students go through is called Smarter Measures, and you as faculty can actually come here and check it out yourself. I went through the process and it was great. I learned that I am very capable of being an online student, which you would hope I would be. But what's great is it actually helps students understand the technical requirements, but not only that, but also work habits, time management, things that that we may take for granted. Something as simple as whether or not you have a space where you can spread out all your homework and leave it there without having to worry about your kids or your cat disrupting it. When you finish it, it actually gives you a report to tell you how competent you are for learning online.
One thing that John and I listened to about Smarter Measure from other schools that participate in Open SUNY is that other schools are requiring this from their online students before they can even register for their first class. So we are working on making the Smarter Measure a requirement before they can register. So as they go through the online orientation, they complete the Smarter Measure tool, submit it as an assignment, and they are not allowed to proceed until they have done so, because I think that unless they take this tool, they really don't know what they don't know. They don't know if they aren't prepared. And this is something that during the advisement of these students, we can have discussions regarding their Smarter Measure results.
Okay, now moving on to Module 2, this is where we are trying to cram as much information in as short a time for students that explains to them how to use our learning management system, which, as you know, is Moodle. These are short videos, also with transcripts, that take students through basic processes. For instance, knowing how to navigate through Moodle itself, they find that out in the overview. And then how to submit assignments and how to participate in forums. And we're working on a couple others that I should have up before too long. There's also a practice course, and students from within the orientation can click into the practice course. It comes up in a separate window. And then this gives students an opportunity to actually try the different tools and the different things that they might be working on. There's a discussion forum, a couple different versions of it. There's an assignment Dropbox. all the things that they will probably end up having to do as students online. And then there's an invitation here to ask questions, make comments and concerns, and those get emailed to myself and a couple other people in my department, and we field those questions as necessary. As I mentioned before, you will see these little videos that come up from time to time. I believe this was Megan's idea. These are tips and tricks to be successful in the field, and we've had nursing faculty actually write these themselves for things that they think are important for students. They're short, but not only do they give students a tip or a trick to be successful, but it also gives them another opportunity to meet their faculty and get to know that there are people on the other side of the screen. Module 3 has resources for students, how to use Big Blue Button. Megan's already mentioned that. If you don't already know, that's kind of our version of Skype that allows faculty and students to, in real time, discuss topics with each other as groups or one-on-one. There's also another mini Moodle course that's linked here that shows students how to put together good-looking research posters and how to present that material. This was a request from nursing. They wanted to make sure their students had this skill, and what they end up doing is in a course where the outcome is to generate a poster, they just put a link to this Moodle page in there and give students a week or so to get through that page, and then they're ready to generate their poster. We've also got a link to Microsoft Word Basics, PowerPoint, Excel, a series of videos from one of our Feinberg librarians. Also, Zotero is a product that a lot of students find useful, so we've got a link to some helpful information there. And you also notice that every module ends with a little forum where students can ask questions. Okay, moving on.
This is strictly a nursing department tracking tool that we use, but it can be very confusing to students, so we devoted quite a bit of time on our online orientation on Typhon, how to use it, why it's important, so that way students can be comfortable with it before they progress through the program.
So if you have some sort of equivalent application that helps your students manage their career at Plattsburgh, we can drop it in place of this, or we could just get rid of the module altogether, in which case the next module might become 4. Now, nursing has an extremely well planned and established applied learning program, and your discipline may or may not have one. But if you do, then you can kind of get some ideas from here what was important for nursing to include.
Yeah, I think that what's amazing about the online orientation is that you can sculpt it to meet the needs of your students. And one of the reasons why we created it was to be completely transparent with our students up front and start introducing them to concepts that may even come at the end of their experience here with us at SUNY Plattsburgh. So the applied learning experience doesn't typically come until the end of the program. However, we want students to start thinking about these things ahead of time, so that way it's not a surprise for them. It's not ever a surprise for them, but that way they start becoming comfortable with the language and the expectations of the program right from the beginning.
Okay. Then at the end we kind of tie it up with a section called How To, and in here we've got how to obtain your course materials, how to contact help desk services, how to get online tutoring, all of the things the student on campus would ask their professor and get directions to that particular office.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when you're online, it's not quite that simple.
And these are the most common asked questions. How do I get my textbooks? How do I get my ID card for SUNY Plattsburgh? And so we just compiled all of the commonly asked questions and just gave them the direct links, so that way they can feel comfortable doing it themselves. And also important to say is that this online orientation is available to the students through their entire time here at SUNY Plattsburgh. So it gets assigned to them, but it stays assigned to them. So if they have questions about Zotero or Excel or how to do a poster presentation, they can go back into their online orientation. That information will always be there for them.
Great. So that's just a very quick encapsulated explanation of what we have here. What I'd like you to do is to think about how you might customize this to fit your own program, and also to be aware that I'm here to help you every step of the way. I think that Megan will will attest to that. That she came up with the great ideas, and I was cheering her on, and then helping her implement them. So if your faculty signs on to the idea of doing some tips and tricks to be successful, I'll work with you to schedule those shoots. If we're dealing with a branch campus location, I'll record a big blue button session. You don't have to drive all the way up here, or maybe I can schedule it with a visit to my relatives downstate, and I'll stop by and we'll do some recording at your house, whatever. But the point is, I'm here to help you to put this together, because ultimately this will help your students succeed, and when your students succeed, we all succeed. So thanks for taking the time. Anything to add?
Nothing. Great job.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.